Fyers recently launched a new version of their API, claiming it to be faster and more flexible than previous versions. So let's check it out. Let's start with the login process. Using the app ID and secret ID that you get after creating a new app using the API dashboard of Fyers, you need to create a login URL using your client ID and redirect URI that you used while creating an app on Fyers dashboard. After logging in, you'll get an auth code. Using this auth code and hashing of your app ID and API secret, you need to validate the API. After validating the API, you will get the access token. Since this entire process can be automated, I give it a solid 5 out of 5. Now let's talk about the order placement. To test out the API, I've written my own Python module for order placement. If you observe, we need to send the symbol as per Fyers format. This format can be found in the symbol master section of the documentation. Now let's see how much time it takes to send 10 consecutive orders into the live market. Using the time function, we'll see how much time it takes to send each request, and then we'll append the time taken for each request into a list. Now let's run this function and see how much time it took to send each and every request. It took almost 144 milliseconds, which is really high. Although if you have a server located in Mumbai, it might be reduced. Fyers has a rate limit of 10 API calls per second, but this doesn't mean you can only place 10 orders in a second. You can use the multi-order function to place 10 orders in a single API call, allowing you to place 100 orders in a second. You can also use this function with modification and cancellation. There are also other API calls related to order placement, that is order book, net positions, and trade book, which is common across all the brokers, so let's not discuss much about that. Overall, I'll score the order placement 4 out of 5. They can really work on order placement speed and increasing the rate limits. Now let's talk about WebSockets. Get two different types of WebSockets, one for data and another for order. The one for data allows you to get depth data and market data. You can create maximum of 3 connections per account, and you can subscribe to 200 tokens per connection, allowing you to stream data of almost 600 tokens per account. Also, we don't get open interest data through this WebSocket. By using the order WebSocket, we get updates related to order, trades, and net position. Overall, I'll score the WebSockets 3 out of 5. They can really work on providing open interest data and allowing more than 200 tokens to stream per connection. Now let's talk about the API support. 90% of your doubts will be reduced if you properly read the documentation. It also contains the expected order status, error responses, and almost every other detail related to the API. Even then, if you have any other queries, it's better to email them or ask in the Fyers community. You'll get a quicker response over there rather than waiting on hold on the call. After reviewing all the important elements of a trading API, I'll score the Fyers API 16 out of 20.